Hello, welcome back to my podcast, Pulling Back the Curtain with Vinny Ali. I'm your host, Vinny Ali, and as you can see, we are in a new location once again. There's one thing to say about this show, it is definitely going to keep you on your toes. Well, we've got some interesting news. We have completed our first voiceover project about last night. It was with Mr. Paul Linkletter, so look out for that. That's very exciting. I have just been asked to MC for the 144 in coming February, which is very exciting. Did it once before, did pretty good. We're going to do it again and see how we do. We got a new setup. We're going to try it out, see how it goes. Fingers crossed. And we're just going to keep chugging along, guys. So, quick update. I have had to do some life-changing movements, but as the last episode, Onward, Forward, Never Back, has shown, we're going to keep moving forward. Yeah. I was watching Mr. Robinson's the other day, and it said, failure is how you learn, and you move forward. So, onward, forward, never back. I have decided that I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I've had to pivot again, which is not unheard of, especially in my line of work. But it's what you do. Sometimes you just have to change tactics. So we're going to try doing some more voice work through Backstage and TikTok and everything like that. If you recall, we actually met Mr. Steve Blum, who is the voice of Tom from Toonami. He is in Dragon Age. He's done a lot of voice work. And he was Spike Spiegel in Cowboy Bebop. That's where I'm very familiar with him from. That's one of my favorite ones because it's very philosophical, it's very action-oriented, and it's just really interesting. It's very thought-provoking, and that's the type of anime that I enjoy the most. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes I like just down and dirty, silly humor, but I met him, and he actually made such an impact on me that I actually put him on my vision board. Give me 1 second. Going to be a little blurry, but this is my vision board, okay? It has quotes, it has thought processes about life that I care about and keep me focused. On the back, I have Mr. Steve Blum, and if I'm not mistaken, he should be up here. Steve Blum says, "I suppose the biggest thing I learned is that I'm in it for the right reasons. I love my job as much now as when I first began. I still feel fully invested in every audition, every job, large or small, and every appearance, every meeting with every fan." And I brought this to him to see that he made that much of an impact on my life. He was very gracious, and he was very much the way he stated. He's grateful for every opportunity, every meeting, every person he ever worked with, and beyond. He understands who he is and where he comes from. That being said, he said that I'll see you in the booth. I had to stop myself. You see me in the booth? What'd you say? It's like, I'll see you in the booth. You gotta do it because you love it. And I do. I love acting. I was up till 8 p.m. to about midnight plus doing the recording last night for a voiceover gig, and then I was about 6 or so getting ready to do some more voice work for the same project, and didn't feel like work. I was so jazzed afterwards. I just ended up writing and doing some reading, which was wonderful. So I'm not very good with change. Yet I won an award for it at my customer service job because I embraced it. No other choice. It is inevitable. It is a part of life. It's part of growth. But it doesn't mean you forget where you come from. You don't forget your roots, because the roots is where you learn to grow from. That being said, we're going to continue writing our own podcasts. We're going to continue doing Pulling Back the Curtain with Vinny Ali. We're going to do My Life as a Sitcom. conversations I wish I had, and faults follow us to the grave. I'm still working on that last title for the third podcast. But I feel very good about it. And I'm going to find Steve Blum in the booth. I'm probably going to take the scenic route because that's just how I've always lived my life. There are hundreds of voiceover challenges on TikTok, and I have decent equipment now that I can actually do it and see what happens. So that's what we're going to do. Thank you guys for joining me on this ride. And I know it's been a little bit of a up and down roller coaster, but that's life. Keeps it interesting. And this vision board is what I look at every day to remind me certain things, that success is not a straight line. It's a squiggly, crazy line of how it actually gets there. And these are these weekly events that I like to do to help me get better at what I do. Monday, read poetry. Tuesday, textbooks. Wednesday, novels. Thursday, Shakespeare. Friday, a classic movie. Weekends, catch up with comic books and such. And stretch, meditate, and journal. Those are the daily things to do to help me grow. And I also have Mr. Kevin Conroy keeping an eye on me. I miss you, Kevin. You've given me so much, and I hope one day to be as helpful as you are to the world. So, whenever I'm not sure, I look at one of these quotes. Like, for instance, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says, "Don't worry about being the next me. Be the first you." Well, kids, that's all I got for today. Be on the lookout for more content for TikTok, Instagram, and this, and we're going to get back into auditioning a lot more, and we're going to get on the book on tape route. Oh, and Courtney Atkinson's wonderful husband, Christopher Shirk, just dropped a brand new book. Yep, that's right. I am going to put the link in the bio so you can check it out. It's a fantasy novel. Help support a local guy. Let's get his name out there, all right? Anywho's, thank you guys for your time, and remember, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. But most importantly, give yourself some grace. You're human. You're supposed to be flawed. Till next time, guys, this is Pulling Back the Curtain with Vinny Ali.